Hello friends, yesterday I fixed wireless LAN on a 14-year-old Linux notebook and it was nothing short of exciting. Maybe you can learn something from it, so I wanted to share my experiences here. It was during a repair cafe. We do this once per month where we save old electronic from the scrapyard by repairing it. So this time we had a 14-year-old notebook where the wireless LAN adapter did not work any longer, and it was on Linux. First thing that we have to do is to give an IP address to the old computer and the new computer. And I mean an IP address to their network interface that is wired. Okay, to find out the name of this network card, we type ifconfig, and then we see here wireless LAN is there, has an IP address, but this is not what we want. We want the wired connection, and that is called ENP2S0 in this case. So we say ifconfig ENP2S0 and then the IP address. We do this on both computers, on the old computer and on the connected computer with internet access. So I recommend to choose an IP address 192.168.0, and then on one computer, let's say 1, and on the other computer a 2. If I type enter now, this does not work because I have forgotten to prepone sudo. And once it is done, you can say ifconfig, and you see that the IP address has been successfully set. Now one computer can talk with the other. The next step is that on the old computer, you say whenever you have a network package where you do not know what to do with it, send it to the other computer via the cable network. And for this, you use the command sudo route add default gateway 192.168.0.1. So that means default gateway is what you use when you need to send to a destination, so an internet IP that you do not know. You will also find this on your computer probably when you run the command route. Then you will find where the default gateway is. Here you can see my default .gateway is on the wireless LAN, and whatever goes to 192.168 and .0.0 goes via the wired LAN. The next step is that we make the working computer fit to act as a gateway. For this, we need to enable IP forwarding. So I'm becoming super user, and I say echo 1, create a proxys IP v4, proxys net IP v4, IP forward. Now IP packages will be forwarded by the healthy computer to the internet. So then the answer will come back from the internet, and the computer will not know what to do with it. So we need to enable network address translation, saying that when a package comes back and it was destined for the old computer, then it needs to be forwarded to the old computer. That is network address translation. So we use this command here, IP tables, -t like type, NAT like network address transfer, -a post routing, -o, and then the internet, and then the interface name. So ENP2S0 it was, I believe, -j masquerade. And now you should be able to ping the internet from the old computer. So on the old computer, you could now do ping 8.8.8.8, and you would see a response from the internet server. However, still, when I did this yesterday, still DNS did not work. So when I used the name and pinged the name, it did not work. So I said ping google.com And yesterday, I did not get a reply on the old computer. And the reason was a wrong DNS configuration. So I went into etcresolve.conf and looked for name server and made sure it said name server 8.8.8.8. And then it started working. From then on, from the old computer, I could ping google.com. So this was now needed because from now on, we would be able to download packages and, for example, use the apt utility to install drivers and firmware. Okay, so now it gets interesting. On the old computer, I now wanted to know which network card do we have attached. So I said lspci, like list everything what's on the PCI bus, minus VNN and be verbose and something like N. And then I found network controller, and that said Broadcom 43, and I found out via a quick internet research that it was the Broadcom 4.3 adapter, which was built in 2008, and it needed the kernel module B43. So I could have said modprobe B43 to load this module, but I wanted to know if it is already loaded. So I did an lsmod to list all kernel modules. In other words, to list all drivers, to, also the wireless LAN driver. And then I grabbed for 43 and 43, B43, you see it here. It appeared. I have now loaded it just for explanation purposes, and it was well, and it was in use with the card, and everything appeared to be normal. So it had to be something about the firmware of this Broadcom network adapter. So if you read in the internet, all you have to do is apt install firmware B43 installer. I did this, and I guess it works here. But yesterday on this computer, we had an installation of Ubuntu from 2014 or something like that. And there I saw an error 404, which means we cannot find this internet address. And this is indeed fatal because, oh, cool, here we see it again. So even in Linux Mint, they still go to a URL that does not exist any longer. So what do we do here? We accept that this happened, and some stuff has been installed. Just the post-install routine has not finished. So this is what we now need to do, and for this we need to edit the post-install routine. So we go to var lib Debian package info, and there we see firmware B43 installer dot postinst, I believe. Yeah, postinst. And there we replace this URL by the correct one, which I happen to know here. It is this here. Then we save it with :WQ, and we only run the post config step now. So we say Debian package -configure -a, like after installation. And then we see it again, and it works without any 404 error. So we have so once I had done this, the wireless networks appeared suddenly on this 14-year-old computer, and everything was all right, with the exception that we could not go into the internet because we still had the default route set to the wired network. So there were two possibilities. The easy one was to just reboot the computer and then it would have worked. But of course, that's below what I wanted to do. So what I did was I removed the default route that was the default route on the old computer that was pointing to the network interface that was connected to the healthy computer. And for this, you use the command root delete default this did not work. So I just said root delete default, and it worked. Do not do this on your computer because from that point on, you will not be able to send anything to the internet any longer, with the exception if you have two default routes, which was, of course, the case on this old computer. And this way we could fix it. And I thank you for listening and watching this video. It has been a great pleasure making this video, just as it has been fixing this issue yesterday. And I'm curious if you have made similar experiences or wanted to comment on anything of that. Maybe better ideas how to solve this problem or similar things. I'm always happy about your comments. See you in the comment section.